Hey everybody, welcome to the show. With us today, we are super excited to have Emmy Raver-Lampman. You guys are probably familiar with her from Umbrella Academy, which is on Netflix. She is also in the cast of Hamilton, and I only have a few minutes, so I'm going to dive right in.
Yes,
so,
do it.
My first question is, how was working on Broadway influential in your playing a role as a superhero on Umbrella Academy?
Oh man, I mean, I think if anything, they're very different mediums, but I think when you are a Broadway actor, when you are acting in theater, doing 8 shows a week, working 8 nights a week, you definitely form this really strong work ethic muscle. And so I think, a lot of times on TV and film, you're working till 5 in the morning, or you have 5 in the morning and then you're going until 5 in the morning the next day.
Right.
So I think that never bothered me. I was always ready and eager to work. I think the thing that took me the longest getting used to was once you're at work, it doesn't go fast. Once you get into hair and makeup and you're ready and you know your lines and you have the rehearsal, and then there's a lot of sitting around. And so I think that was the part of, it's okay, I'm ready, I'm here, ready to work. And then it's okay, we gotta move all these lights and bring in the crane and do all the thing. So I think that was, it's you get to work and you are working technically, but the amount of hours you're on your feet is different. It's just slower. That's the slower pace of it. Yeah.
That's really interesting. It's fascinating to think of that transition from such an active set to I wait until it's my turn.
Yeah, because when you're doing a show, the curtain goes up and then for 3 hours you don't stop.
Right.
Whereas TV and film, you show up and you wait around for 3 hours and then you do 20 minutes of work and then you wait around for another 4 hours, and then it's like the stop and start of TV and film was the thing that took a little while for me.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So, what was it like working with award-winning comic book material as a source?
Yeah.
Is that it's got to be obviously very different, but it was pretty interesting.
I think most of all, it was a little kind of just intimidating in the sense that I am new to these comics, and I know a lot of the cast was, but they've been out for 10 years, and there are people that are massive fans of it, and Gerard and Gabriel are incredible, and the writing is so good, and the illustrations are beautiful, and so if anything, we just wanted to do right by the fans that were here long before we were involved in the Umbrella Academy. And so I think that, but then at some point you have to kind of put that aside and do the work, but I think we just really wanted the fans of the universe that Umbrella Academy exists in to like the work and love the show as much as we did, and hope that we didn't stray too far from the original content, because the original content is so good. The novels are amazing.
Were there ever moments when the director, people on set were referring to the book or saying
No. Yeah. I think when we initially started shooting and having rehearsals and meetings about the scripts and that kind of thing, Steve Blackman and our producers were yes, this is coming from a comic book. Yes, there is pre-existing material for the show, but we're not holding that as gospel, and we're gonna take rights when the comic books take lefts, and we're gonna dive deeper into themes that aren't really big in the novels, that we're gonna make really big themes in the show. So I think we all respected and understood where we were coming from, but then also we're hoping that everybody understood that we're making 10 hours of content, potentially 70 hours of content if we go for 7 seasons. So it's you can only stick to the comics for so long and then eventually you have to start writing your own stories and diving deeper into things.
So before I run out of time, because I don't have very much, what can we look forward to from you next?
I have a indie film called Wednesdays coming out. Well, I say coming out, I think it's going to do the festival circuits, but my really good friend Jay Lee wrote, produced, and starred and directed it. So yeah, just all the hats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I think that'll come out sometime soon, or whenever he's ready and thinks it's ready. It's really, really a really beautiful, adorable, funny film, and I think people really like it. And then I did a couple episodes at the end of this season of Jane the Virgin. So I've got a little cameo in there with Gina, which is really cool. So
that's awesome.
Fun. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and
absolutely.
I loved the show. So tell him
you.
a fat guy in Colorado loves your show.
No way. Oh, you're so sweet. But thank you for watching.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.